fighters and overcoming adversity.
Abel, what's up, man? How's this
What's your prediction? How's it going down?
Been with your nephew?
No, I gotta win, you know.
It's been awesome, man. We've been putting in work in training camp. We had it in Casa Grande at home, so it was very comfortable for us. It was hard work, don't get it wrong, man, but we're ready for this fight.
Crowley's, I think, ranked number 2 in one of the organizations. You feel a win here, gets you right back closer to title contention?
Yeah, man. This fight's the one that's gonna put me right in line to a world championship again.
I would say because Crowley, I believe he's ranked number 2 by one of the organizations. You feel a win gets you right back, probably back in top 5?
Yeah, man. Of course, this fight is gonna put me right back in line for a world title, for sure.
With the card this good, with the card this good, so many good fights on it, good quality fighters. How do you stand out in a fight card like this?
Like I always do, man. I always bring exciting fights to the sport. I'm always fighting the best fighters, and that's what I do, man. That's what I like to do. I like to put on a show for the fans.
Is it our goal of this fight maybe to be the most violent fight of the night, so that people are talking about Abel Ramos by the end of it?
Of course, man. I'm hoping for that. I mean, there's plenty of times where I stole the show, man, and I think me and Crowley's style, they can match up for that.
Fighting with your nephew on the card, I believe you were asked about this already, but is it kind of one of those things where you're like nervous about their fight and kind of have to think about your fight, or because you're going first, you kind of maybe a little better off with that?
Yeah, man, I think I'm a little better off with that, because I'm first. But no, I mean, we're laser focused on our fights. We're here to do business, and yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm going first. That way I can enjoy his fight.
And last one for me, man. How does your nephew do against Spencer?
He's gonna win, man. He's gonna win.
How?
By a knockout.
Thank you, bro.
You need to make a statement in this fight. Does that mean you have to knock him out?
I mean, I have to win convincingly for sure, but a knockout would be like the cherry on top.
Would that be the statement you'd like to make to the Ugas people?
What's that?
To the Ugas people?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. I think he's fighting Barrios for an interim championship, so I would like to win the winner of that, or if any of the champions, man. I just want to get a world title shot again.
What do you do to Crowley?
What's that?
What do you do to Crowley?
I think I'm a overpower him with my punching power, and I think I have more experience than him. I know I have more experience than him. He's a good fighter, man. He puts a lot of pressure. He's very tricky, southpaw, and yeah, man, I'm looking for a tough fight.
Everyone's talking about, obviously you're sharing the card with your nephew, but also David. You guys all kind of grew up together in Arizona. How's that feel to be fighting on a card with him as well?
It's amazing, man. It's been a dream of our family. We used to, when we started in our family, just in a gym in a garage. These were our dreams, to fight in Vegas at the MGM. And now that we're here, we're doing it, man. It's amazing.
How well did you know David, guys coming up together? Did you know David pretty well at Benavides?
Yeah, and I knew him very well. I used to spar a lot with his brother, with Junior, and David. He was a little kid, but he was always, always a talent. He was always beating up on grown men.
When you first saw him as a young kid, because he's always talking about being like a chubby little kid, and people picked on him and such, did you ever envision him becoming the type of fighter that he's become?
I think so, man. I think I did, man, because even though he was chubby, like he would fight in the amateurs, and he had so many skills, man. He had speed, he had everything. It was just a matter of time, I think, for him, and that's what happened. Yeah.
What do you think of the main event?
It's gonna be an amazing main event, man. I'm excited for that, and I think Benavides is gonna stop him in the later rounds. Yeah.
Just a quick question. What do you think of Cody's last fight, his performance in there? I know that he had a tough fight, but he said he had some injuries, I think, with his mouth. What do you think? Did you see any kind of flaws? You don't have to say them, but did he look good? Did he look okay?
I watched the fight. I remember I watched it live. I haven't rewatched the fight, but yeah, he did what he had to do, man. He beat Cosacito, and he beat him by a large margin. He did what he was supposed to do.
And then the fact that it went the distance, I know he wanted to get the knockout. I know that doesn't play into the fact that he doesn't have punching power, but coming into you, are you expecting to get the best version of him? You know.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, he's had those experiences with a veteran like Josecito, so I'm expecting a tough fight. Like I said, I'm not taking him lightly. That's why we train so hard.
Hey, Abel, how long have you known David for?
Since he was little, man. I used to spar with his brother Junior back in the amateurs, and yeah, man, I used to see him all the time. You know, I used to see him fight as well, and just I remember a little chubby kid with a lot of skills and a lot of speed, man. And it's still true to today, man. He's just not chubby anymore, but he's still got the same speed.
That's kind of cool, man. What do you think of the main event? Like, how competitive of a fight will it be, and what happens?
I think it's competitive for the first half. Caleb has a lot of skills, man. Don't get me wrong, you know. But I think at the end, Benavidez' size and output is gonna take a toll on Caleb. I think a stoppage, yeah.
Of his last 9 opponents, a southpaw.
All of your losses have been really competitive and close. What do you feel is that extra gear you need to make sure that doesn't happen again with
Just let my hands go, man. I think I've seen it in all my fights. I make him closer than they really need to be, you know. And for this fight, that's something that I want to correct.
One more round with Jesus Ramos working out here in Las Vegas.